science and industry, which I'm sure Bob knows extremely well. And it's a wonderful museum. And it was very exciting. And I went into the bookstore and I got a book written by Albert Einstein called Relativity. And this book suggested that if you read this book carefully, you would understand special relativity at least. It would talk a little bit about general relativity, but it made no attempt to have you understand that. But if you could read that book and go through the equations, you could understand special relativity. So the reason I picked up this book was that Albert Einstein was a household name. He was a great hero to my parents. And I heard about these strange things that he had predicted, that a meter stick that moves very fast will shrink, and a clock that moves very fast will slow down. And I said, gee, this is really neat stuff. I'd like to understand this. So I got this book, and I spent the whole summer going through it. I went through all the equations. It's the so-called Lorentz transformations. And at the end of the summer, I sort of summed it up by saying, gee, this is an interesting book, but I still don't understand it. And the reason I didn't understand it is a very fundamental, actually, principle in physics, which took me a while to understand it after I started studying physics, and namely, that why the velocity of light is the same in every inertial system. So, for example, if a train is coming toward you and somebody throws a stone in your direction, well, the velocity of that stone is increased by the velocity of the train. That's called a Galilean transformation. But in special relativity, if somebody turns on a flashlight and measures the velocity of light doesn't change. It's the same on the train as it would appear on the platform. And I couldn't understand that at all. So I said that this is really interesting, and I really like to understand it. So actually, instead of accepting a scholarship to the Museum School of the Art Institute of Chicago, I went to the University of Chicago, and I spent 2 years